Okay, now she set things up, and one sec, just need to send the link so you can lock the group and drop this like you normally would. Send this. Yep, just thought about that. Go back to the lobby, and we should be back. Everything should be up and running. Turn on my fan, position myself. Oh, damn it. Another day, another situation here. Let's just position this here real quick. And bring Blakk close. See, bring your enemies close and your friends closer. So, that being said, guys, yeah, it's very low, but better than nothing. Hopefully, things go differently this time around. Hopefully, tonight things does goes differently, guys. Block this guy. So, as I'm charging here, put this guy on meeting so he doesn't ring out. Check what his stream looks like. And make sure it's okay. Alright. I am live. I am still live. So I'm going to have to. Yeah. Look at things. Bring you some water in the earlies for the throat. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Let me open the link and check out what I sent. Everything should be nice here. Everything should be okay. Alright, we're all good. We need to just check 3, 4, 5. Okay, first turn game. Okay, Rayo versus Pula. Lobby code 3451551. Yeah, alright. Time to just sit in on the stream chat and just really just relax and check things out. What's going on, guys? Check what's going on. I can hear the fan sound in the background. It's just necessary to warm it up. I have some text here. Let me see who's texting me. Yeah, sorry. I forgot that thing doesn't exactly have good stability. Okay. Might not be able to come watch the stream later, in fact. Wow, that's pretty crazy, Fisayo. That's sad. Okay, yeah, I'm the one watching. Okay. Lock the group chats. Yeah, Cypher, you could just post stream link there. Okay, 9:26. I think we can put it, once it's 9:28, we put it there so we can kick off by 9:30. Anyway, let's just do it. Yeah, 9:27, I posted it. Royal versus Pula login. What the heck? What the heck? Bro. Okay. It's in the
Guy, when I always say slicing you at one slash per 0.2 seconds, how you want do fast swap? What you want fast swap, guy? Guy. Yeah, I think oh, okay. On A1. Wind on nature. Okay, yeah, they are logged in, guys. Sorry, I was zoned out a little bit here. Okay, let's start the game. I was on Ryo versus Pula. Told them already here. So let's just start game one. No, quick, no time to waste. Yeah, I am seeing you, Kuyani-chan. Welcome to the stream. My squad mates are tagging me, and my squad mates are tagging me. We're having like a squad chat right now. We actually had a scream. So everyone is just basically joking around each other and all that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to lock in here. Yeah, I need to turn off this my bulb. It's really low. Okay. Wow, such interesting picks. Ryo using the Alice and Pula going for the Eve. What do we think about this? For those of you in the stream right now, what do we think about this? We are seeing some very, very interesting set of picks and bans here, but I want to come on and see how this goes. Really, I want to come on and see how this goes. But while the game loads, I will just hold while the game starts, and I cannot see anyone here. Unfortunately, it's just me and one person. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just wait till the game starts. Now I talk see the guy like they don't define in mind, because the guy don't know say you know if you own Wind of Nature and this thing Winter Crown at the same time. You can't use both at the same time. Neither can you like fast swap both. That does not work. He only works with Immortality and the other guy. Okay, so back to the game, guys. Back to the game. Of course, I can see Tori on the stream. He says same food. Oh, Carl, leave me alone, I beg. Carl, this is the semi-finals, man. It's a Yi versus Alice. I want to ask you a question. What do you think how do you think this is gonna turn out? Do you think the Alice has more advantage? Oh, Crimson Gleam, and of course the Void Crystal as a response from Pula there. Ryo will have that advantage, but then zoning out by Pula Void Blast with the mobility, taking advantage of it there. Ryo as well, keeping his distance. But I want to hear your thoughts, Carl. I want to know what you think. Ashborn, I cite you as well. I can tell you in the chat. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. And we can see a Speedy Boots here. I think everyone, the reason why we have such low numbers here is because everyone is looking forward to the main event, Sky Guy versus Kagi, because that's technically where everyone's mind will want to be. There's money on it, so Kage dare not lose, neither does Sky Guy. But Ryo really taking advantage of that Alice there, zoning Pula out. But Pula is almost on level 4 though, so he's gonna have the reward manipulation soon. Yeah, he does have it now. Ryo as well does have the Crimson Gleam, and that's what he uses to teleport himself close. And of course, the Doom Waltz from him, but Void Blast, now he is running out of mana. He's gonna have to take that into account. But we are gonna check the build here. Wow, they have a tough boots on Pula, and we have the molten aura on Ryo. The speedy boots on his end either. Wow, both of them really trying to go all out with the builds here, but Pula needs mana and might have to swap to mana boots right at that tough boots he's using. I understand the defense there though. I understand his need for that, but there's gonna be the Crimson Gleam with the Doom Wild slowing him down and trying to deal damage. This is gonna be another battle of attrition. And unfortunately, if Pula wants to play the long game, he's not gonna have much advantage here because Alice is technically built for the long game. Alice is built for it. But Pula now, okay, there's some nice, decent amount of damage. Throne of Ruin, but onto no one, as Pula will be able to give distance here. I am seeing some comment here from Carl. He says Carl to win. I don't see any Carl playing here, so maybe not Carl to win. Ryo and Pula, but yeah, we are seeing Pula gradually losing a lot of HP and Ryo just zoning him out and healing whatever HP lost. That's one thing about the Alice. Alice has a lot of advantages here. Alice has the sustain to keep up with a long run game. Alice has the HP because technically Ryo is going tank on him. He's got the Oracle already, going for the cost helmet already. The guy is gonna get tanky. He's gonna get, naturally Alice making it grant her a lot of sustain. So Ryo is definitely there for the long game. He is built for it. And Pula is just trying to poke and peel as much as he can. But Ryo now with the Doom Wilds trying to get some damage in, and Pula giving him some distance. That's a Crimson Gleam again to close in the distance. But Ryo does not want to risk it into that turret there. He just want to keep his distance and farm the minion waves and the nearby creeps when possible. And Emmanuel says towards the end of the game Alice will lose. I really want to see how that goes. But then if Pula does buy that Wishing Lantern, that might be a game changer on his end. But that's the Void Crystal. For right now, his damage is not really clicking, and I think Pula understands that, and he's just doing a build up. We can see the build here. An anti-heal and a cooldown reduction on Pula, and also the Oracle heal there. We are seeing it, and I'm seeing some other comments. Someone says probably have to lock base at the end. Will be hard to get a kill from either. Sure. Pula understands that Eve is pretty weak in the earlys, so he's keeping his distance. That's Throne of Ruin, okay, with the Crimson Gleam combination. Now with the Doom Wilds, of course, reward manipulation comes through and the mobilization, dealing some damage in. But I don't think Pula's gonna make any progress dealing damage unless he gets that Wishing Lantern. Pula needs that Wishing Lantern. That's the Crimson Gleam. Now he might be pushing in. Ryo might be taking a lot of true damage here. He is, and that's gonna be him now low on HP. But that's one thing about the Alice. The Alice can easily regenerate the HP back whenever she needs it. Okay, Doom Wild now. That's Ryo just regenerating all the HP lost, and that's gonna be Doom Wild again. And Pure Rage doing some nice damage for Pula there. That burn damage. Crimson Gleam with the Doom Wild, but that will miss. The minion waves now approaching against him. Ryo is playing the sustain game, wanting to take out that turret with the Void Crystal to keep him out of the turret. And let's just check the builds again, guys. Let's just check the builds again. We are seeing an Ice Queen Wand on Ryo. Now that's interesting. Okay. That's Throne of Ruin. Doesn't really do much, in fact. Ryo is quick to flicker out of there, but then that is him. Doom Wild again, delete some very nice damage onto him. Pula now taking a lot of damage. Ryo as well, he's gonna be careful with these turret dives. That's gonna be the Void Blast and the Void Crystal poking out. Ryo is taking a lot of true damage though. Pula as well is trying to melt down that base. If I can't kill you, I will take your base. Okay, so someone says Alice just has to take the turret. Yeah, Emmanuel, I agree with you. Or at this point, it's just the turret. But that's the reward manipulation now committed, and Ryo just healing up everything that he's losing. Jesus, now he's poking inside the base. Now Ryo is taking a lot of damage. That will not be a wise move. Ryo, are you aware you're taking a lot of damage? Okay, yeah, I'm glad he's aware. But then he dives again and he kills Pula. Wow, that is pretty impressive. But then the minion waves in favor of Pula this time around will save him and buy him some time, as Ryo would be forced to clear the minion waves instead. That was some increased risk that he took there. But hey, I really can't fault anyone. But he's doing something really good there. I gotta come out and say He's doing something really, really nice there. But Ryo now, maybe go for it. Ooh, reward manipulation popped out to zone out Ryo. But at this point, I feel like without the wishing lantern, Pula won't really be doing a lot of damage. I mean, look at how fast Ryo is just healing up everything that Pula is dealing to him. He's gonna need that wishing lantern, and I think he should prioritize it. He's got concentrated energy, he's got oracle, he's got the cooldown reduction, enchanted talisman. What is stopping you from building the wishing lantern? You need to buy it because you need, Ryo is super tanky, and now you can see him with the doom wilds. Now Crimson Gleam as well come in, void crystal, void blast, but that will not be enough. Throne of ruin onto him, and it's a sustained battle as Pula will keep spamming that void blast there. He's gonna need some attention, but now Pula is giving him his full attention and not going into that base. Ryo is trying to push that base. The base is what matters, but Pula will not give him a chance. Void crystal, the void blast to clear the minion waves. That will be it. Wow, that's pretty impressive, man. Yeah, the oracle, honestly, I think they need the wishing lantern. Let's look at the builds of we are seeing a guardian helmet on Ryo, coupled with the fact that Alice has a healing mechanic in her kit. Now Ryo has bought the oracle and he has bought the guardian helmet. Like, bro wants all the healing in the world, and I am not seeing a single wishing lantern on Pula. I don't know if the man doesn't know what to build, but we are seeing him lose a lot of the HP, and that's a dangerous position for him as well. He might go down soon. The ice cream one is definitely doing a good job slowing him down and preventing him from escaping, and Ryo is doing a good job locking him down as well. We are seeing Impure Rage advantage there, and that's not gonna do so much because Ryo is just going to heal up everything back. Pula now, the man needs to make sure he defends his minion waves from this incoming minion waves, and yes, he will be able to. He has melted the minions down, but he has run out of mana though. Might need that mana boot soon. He might need that mana, and he's still using the tough boots. Wow, that's something. I'm seeing some comments here. Someone says Yves don't sell much. I think he needs to build that wishing lantern. He's gonna need it against Ryo. At this point, he's gonna need Throne of Ruin, but it will flicker out. That's a good move from Pula, but now maybe a dangerous one. He will not be caught off guard as the man will retreat back, and now the minion waves are coming. We are seeing Ryo now trying to push that base. Ryo wants to push that base. That's the Doom Wilds with the Crimson Gleam there. And the advantage of the Crimson Blood Banquet just sucking away Pula's HP, and Ryo getting poked now with the Void Blast from Pula, but Pula knows how to keep his distance while poking safely, but Ryo just heals up everything back. Pula's still not seeing a need for that wishing lantern, and man, at this point, I don't even know, man. At this point, they're just trying to just melt each other's base down. Oh, Crimson Gleam and dives into the turret base and not waiting for the right moment. Pula trying to melt down this, but then Throne of Ruin will flicker in, and that might be a costly move there. Ryo would have to get away from the reward manipulation and the turret through damage there. Pula though, low on HP, able to regenerate everything again. And yeah, this game's gonna take a very long game. Yeah, both of them are just dragging it out, guys. Look at how fast that Ryo is healing, guys. Look at how quickly this guy is healing, and somehow this guy still don't see any need to buy that wishing lantern. Pula is taking a lot of damage too, so Ryo is definitely winning this in the long run, and Pula will soon fall. Pula is low. Yeah, he falls, and somehow Pula always makes sure that he takes the minion waves down before he goes down, and Ryo ends up being delayed by the minion waves. But how long can they do? Throne of Ruin onto the minion waves, and minion waves are melted down. But it looks like this is GG's. Yeah, game one is done. Game one is done, guys. Game one is done. No wishing lantern on the side of Pula, and Ryo just having all the sustain he needs. But now we go into game two. Let's see how game two is gonna go, guys. Let's see how game two is gonna go. I am particularly excited about game two. Hopefully, one of these guys eventually break the tie, because right now Ryo has taken game one. So if Pula takes game two, then we go to a game three. And if Ryo does not take game one, then if Ryo does not take game two, I can see the Eve ban from Ryo. I guess that's kind of understandable if you think about it, because Pula is definitely pretty skilled with the Eve, but not just skilled enough to win the game. That's the thing we saw in the game one. But let's now see. The Alice is banned. That's valid. Esmeralda is banned. I guess no sustain heroes here. Just pure damage as Ryo now will go for that Cyclops. Now that's a fighter mage 1v1 situations. What better if I'm not seeing anyone play Valentina in this mage tournament. Why is no one playing Valentina in this tournament? Or is Valentina not valid as a mage? She is valid, but then people don't play her. That's because personally I would have played her if you get your opponent's powers. Why not, right? And then it can also be counterproductive. Fighter mage versus fighter mage, Ryo versus Pula, round 2. Harriet versus Cyclops is definitely gonna be a frontline situation here, as we will see both of them use Aegis. A lot of shield will be generated, that's for sure. But then, what do you guys think about this matchup? Do you think Ryo has a chance to take this game too, so we can move on to the next game of today? Or do you think Pula will make a comeback and we move on to a game 3? Let me know your thoughts as the game loads, as I will be engaging you guys. Okay, so someone says, who odds Valentina? Which person odds Valentina wants to? I don't understand. The odds is there now. I don't you have an opponent and your opponent will have an odds now. Okay, excuse me guys. Alright, so someone says Harriet. Yeah, I think Harriet has a very good chance here, but don't underestimate the Cyclops. Cyclops can deal a lot of damage, especially with that Stardust Shock and the Planet Attack. Look at the Stardust Shock now. The man is just poking out with it, and Pula taking a lot of damage, but then Chrono Dash with the Synchro Fusion from Pula really able to get those damage in, but Ryo knows how to get away. Both of them have not gotten their ultimate yet. That's going to be the Planet's Attack, of course. There is some damage. The Stardust Shock will miss. Now Pula with that Chrono Dash and the Synchro Fusion will connect as well. But Pula has lost more HP here. But then revitalize the rescue. Planet's Attack again with the Stardust Shock. Ryo dodging the Synchro Fusion there. And the Stardust Shock onto the minion waves. But Pula is trying to zone him out for the minion waves. Now Planet's Attack has going to be some damage done. And then Chrono Dash dealing some damage. Stardust Shock melting him down. Ryo is low, but revitalize again on his end as well to the rescue. Pula is trying to zone him out and keep him away from the minion waves. But Ryo just waiting for that level 4. It might not be fun here. Pula needs to win this match if he wants to proceed then to the round of 8. But that's going to be the Planet's Attack now with the Stardust Shock. Stardust Shock is all he needs, but the Age is already committed and Ryo losing HP. He's got that Aegis though. He needs to use it right now, but Ryo somehow picks the Aegis on time and wins it out, and Jesus Christ, I will say Ryo will win it out now. It's a 1v1, and right now 1-0 favor of Ryo. The man will find the kill, and Pula not even on level 4 yet right now, but Ryo's got that star power lockdown. And Pula one more. Yeah, he does get that level 4 Stardust Shock onto the minion waves, and geez, I don't even know what I'm looking at here, guys. The Cyclops is doing a lot against this Harriet here, and Pula now waiting and baiting Ryo to come close to that minion waves. Well, it seems like Ryo is not interested. The man just want to regenerate heroes here, and Stardust Shock to check the bushes. That's a wise move. As a Cyclops, you need to be able to check the bushes, but they are waiting in line here. They're out at the scores. Yeah, Bambi, welcome to the stream, by the way. Ryo took game 1. So right now, Ryo is, Zaman Force already popped that Synchro Fusion as well with the Chrono dashing back and forth. Zaman Force still regenerating, and no, Ryo will be low. Synchro Fusion and a basic attack should have done it, but Ryo somehow survives. Yeah, back to what we're saying. Ryo took game 1. So right now, this is game 2. If Ryo takes this game, then we move on to the next fixture for tonight. The main event, of course, is Kage versus Sky Guy. And that is game 3. Unfortunately, MJ arranged it that way so that we can build momentum onto this point. But that's going to be a thread dive from Pula. Might be getting a bit desperate here. Zaman Force, of course, Aegis already popped. And that might not be a wise move from the side of Pula, as the man will lose a lot of HP now. Ryo able to clear the waves on time thanks to that Stardust Shock. And now Pula's the one with the waves disadvantage, as he will have to clear now. Ryo in a good position. He doesn't want to use that star power lockdown though. That would have been a really good time to immobilize him, especially when it was stood up down. Stardust Shock onto the waves. Planet's Attack. That's the star power lockdown to lock him down. Of course, Pula will be able to get away from that. And now, Planet's Attack on the other side. That's going to be some damage. Ryo will be taking, and Pula might be pushing things here. You don't want to underestimate the Cyclops. You want to make sure you are having him under lock and key, unless the Cyclops could be undoing. But now, this might be it. Maybe a 1v1 situation brewing here, but that's the Planet's Attack. Prioritizing the minion waves instead. That's the Zaman Force already popped. Ryo, he will not be able to escape. Slowed by the Zaman Force. Synchro Fusion with the Chrono Dash, and basic attack still doesn't do it, as Ryo will escape again. But Pula on a low HP now. That's going to be the Stardust Shock. both of them. Somehow Ryo still finds a way to survive under the tough situation here. Revitalized to the rescue and planning to attack onto the minion waves. Both of them will heal back what HP they lost. That's the special power lockdown, but no follow-up. No follow-up from Ryo. Only the start of shock, but then that's the Zaman Force already popped. Ryo in a dangerous position. Ryo in a dangerous position, but the Aegis already popped. Pull up doesn't have the Aegis on that cooldown. Ryo's taking a lot of damage, and the Chrono Dash enhanced basic attack. Finally, Pull up puts him down and equalizes the score in round 2, guys. Okay, I'm seeing someone in the comments. Yeah, someone says why are they hesitating? Yeah, they don't hesitate in Cyclops. In Cyclops, you go all out though. Like if I was in Cyclops, right? Once I release my star power lockdown, I am pursuing you immediately because I know that will immobilize you. And you won't be able to, you don't have a purify, so you can't remove the CC. So I know very well that I would need to pursue you. But somehow, Ryo is just relying on it for damage alone. That's somehow, I mean, you immobilize the guy, that's a CC, bro. Follow up on it. But then we ask, let's check out the build here for a sec. Okay, Stalum Scythe on Pula, Feather of Heaven. We can also see the anti-heal with the concentrated energy on Ryo. I understand for that start out shock and the blind attack. I can also understand the fact of cooldown reduction, especially for that star power lockdown. That would be really nice. But Pula now, the man might be coming in. Oh, Ryo doesn't have that Aegis, for blind attack with the mobility now, giving a chance. Oh, the turret dive and Pula shows no hesitation there as he will put him down 2-1 in his favor. One more kill and round 2 is in the bag for Pula. The man might just have something to say here as we might be seeing a game 3 in this situation. Ryo now not looking good. The man had the lead early on, but now it looks like he might be throwing it. But Ryo now might still have something to say. He's got that Aegis, he's got that star power lockdown, but the Blood Wings already bought by Pula might just give him more fighting chance and more shields in his favor. And I am seeing someone says follow up with S to ASAP. Yeah, I am seeing Ben Max Kage on the stream. Yeah, Kage, your match is the match of the day. Okay, your match is the match of the day. So I hope you are preparing, Sha. I just hope you sleep off, Sha. I just hope you sleep off. But Ryo now, of course, without Radiant Time. Oh, Zaman Force already popped now. Ryo in a dangerous position now, walks into the turret. That's the plan's attack now. Maybe dealing some damage here, but that's going to be the synchro fish on Aegis already melted down. And Ryo, he fights back, and of course, at the right time, it will be. The minion waves are now approaching, and Jesus, this might be GG's for Pula. The man tried his best, but no time will be wasted on that turret as Ryo will take game 2 and move on to the round of 8. My goodness, Pula is out of the tournament, guys. Unfortunately, Ryo takes game 1 and game 2. And a costly move at that. Sometimes aggression is not the answer, guys. Sometimes a little bit of strategy and a little bit of hesitation is all you really need. But that's gonna be everything from these guys. Pula, unfortunately, that's where we're gonna be seeing you last in the MAGE tournament. Ryo, congrats, good luck in the next matches. We will be calling in the next set of guys. We'll be calling the next set of people. Yeah, let me call it the next set, please. 1 sec, guys. All right, second set, Nero versus Utah. Please, guys, log in. Yeah, I am not even seeing my own generation, but it's crazy, but it's fine. I guess they will just enter the lobby real quick. Okay, so what do you guys think about our game? I can see some people in the street. Somebody said they underestimated the power of the Cyclops. Yeah, the Cyclops has a lot of damage. I mean, he's got so much damage, right? The planet attack, the start of shock, and the star power lockdown. He said, and blood wings. Honestly, he had a lot of shields there. In terms of shields, he had it. He's got the Aegis. I mean, with the Harriet, you got some extra shield, especially when you cast your Chrono Dash. So that was something there, and I don't know, man. It somehow Pula just couldn't make it work. But let's call in the next set of people so that we can get straight into here. And I have sent a message, so we only have 5 minutes. Once it's 9:56 and none of them show, then we'll cancel the match and move straight to the next match for tonight. We only have 5 minutes when I posted it. So yeah, Utah is already. Oh, these guys don't want to waste time. Nero, we're waiting for you. You got 5 minutes. Nero, you've got 5 minutes. Nero, you've got 5 minutes. A main dish match never starts. Yeah, this is the dessert. Coney Blakk, welcome to the stream. Of course, shout out to Coney Blakk, the main man you are himself. Welcome, man, welcome. But then let's look at what Nero and Utah is got for us tonight, guys. It's a 1v1 as it is. Excuse me, let me take some water. Yeah, yo, RB, what's up? Ask Alpha. I hope you won your match, you RB. I am seeing you in the chat. RB, what's up now? You find Christmas money like this guy. The guy they also like mad. RB, how's it going now? Where's Sky Guy? I can see Sky Guy as well. Sky Guy, I hope you guys here on Pemas are practicing because tonight's gonna be funny. But then look at the picks here, guys. Look at what we're seeing. We're seeing an Esmeralda, and we are seeing a ban on the Eve. So we might be seeing another sustained mage here. Maybe an Alice. We might see an Aris from Nero, but then the man might be overthinking things here, or maybe going for, oh, did I see Sicilian there? How long are you going to need for your overflowing stacks for you to pick a Sicilian? But no, death will be the answer. And yeah, that is not a wise move, because this is basically Esmeralda's Christmas festival, in the sense of, if you don't know anything about the Esmeralda, you know that whenever you see a shield that's an Esmeralda, you can absorb it and make it your own, and basically generate more shields. And Odette's Swan Song basically generates a lot of shield for her. So it's basically Christmas Day for the Esmeralda. Hopefully he does make the most of it, because it doesn't matter the picks, it matters how you play it. We did see that with RB. He did use the Kimi, a pick that a lot of people have been using and not winning with, but RB came, he saw, he used it, and he won. But then, of course, Utah, seeing his food, is going to have to make the most of it here. Nero's gonna be very, very careful here, because another thing is the stun from the stunning fast diamond. Jeez, Utah, you are gonna enjoy this one, because Nero getting offensive is in your favor. Lakeshore Ambience, though, gonna be poking Utah here now, but the man will just regenerate everything back again. And Nero, not a good time to play Odette, not a good time to play Odette. Well, yeah, I think it's a clear winner here. Nero is just holding him base here, man. I want to see what happens, honestly. I want to see how Nero is going to cast his ult, because it's just going to be funny. It's just going to be really funny. We Esmeralda will just absorb all the ult, all the shields there. The funny thing is that the shields are a lot. That's the sad thing about it. It's got a lot of shields on the Odette. Okay, Blue Nova with the Avian Authority on Nero to immobilize Utah there, but we are seeing him getting zoned out now, aren't we? Because right now the minion waves are pushing against this threat, and Utah is not making any move yet. He just want to build, but let's see what they are starting out with. If you were Nero, you want to go for that anti-heal first. You want to go for that anti-heal build here, because you know that once you get to level 4, it's gonna be a shield first for Utah, so you want to go for an anti-heal first. But of course, you also want to go for something, the mana regeneration. I like the fact that he went for the mana put. Oh, if you're not, oh my god, Nero, Jesus Christ, Utah, what the hell? He got the first blood and somehow shuts all of us up and says, I am using the Odette, but I will still win this out. This is an absolute RB play. What the hell? Utah, this is something you need to show us. What the hell happened there? Jesus Christ, what the heck? But then, Nero, okay, Avian Authority again. Lakeshore Ambience with falling star mode from Utah. That might not be a wise move, but we are seeing Nero hold out on the Swan Song here. The man knows that will be something that will empower Utah, so the man is holding it down. He is just relying on the Lakeshore Ambience, Avian Authority, and the Blue Nova. He's just relying on all three just to deal damage, and that's actually pretty impressive. You look at it here, the minion waves, the Lakeshore Ambience will bounce, that's Blue Nova, I give it Avian Authority, and that's a flicker out. But Utah, no, you're supposed to be a flicker in. But Nero now, no, that's gonna be Swan Song with Avian Authority. How the hell is Odette winning against this Esmeralda with your mechanics? Theoretically speaking, this should not be happening, but we are seeing this happening, guys. I don't even know what I'm watching at this point, but Nero somehow is making it work, as we will see Utah now play defensive on the minion waves, and I am sweating, guys. I have not seen a mage 1v1 match man at all. Okay, now Fedostamu now though, Nero now, he might have to pull back a bit here. Utah gonna have to hold his line and of course keep his distance, but Nero knows how to play that distance game. Lakeshore Ambience onto the minion waves, they are holding out, and that minion waves to come. But let's look at the builds here. Let's look at the builds. We are seeing an anti-heal, of course. An anti-heal is the first thing you want to go for against Utah. Blue Nova now to immobilize him and stopping his tracks, but that's going to be Nero now prioritizing the minion waves. But Utah on the other end just wanted to farm these minion waves and give him time for his Star Moon to engage. But that's going to be Nero now dodging that and just waiting for the right moment with this Swan Song. The man needs to immobilize him first because you don't want him coming any closer to absorb your shield. And yeah, let's check. I say Utah supposed to buy. Yeah, he's supposed to buy the Athena, but we are seeing a build here. We are seeing a partial build for it. I think that's a Radiance Armor he just bought. Yeah, it's a Radiance Armor. Guys, he bought a Radiance Armor for the continuous damage. I get. Anyhow, allow. But then we are seeing him zone him out. Nero now doing some very interesting set of damage, and I really want to see how this goes for him, really, because 1-0, and in the long run Utah might just have the advantage. Might is the question, but this is game one, guys. Don't forget, this is game one for the both of them. So if they do lose this game, there is still hope. Guys. Nothing to be scared of, nothing to be concerned about here. But they will have another match. Hopefully, though, we do see a best of 3. But if not, well, they did put up a show at least. But yeah, what do you guys think, though? Right now, both of them are just keeping their distance and building. But what do you guys think? How do you think this is going to turn out? And let me hear your thoughts, really, because, I mean, Nero is trying to prove us all wrong here. But Utah is going to have to show us something more, because we are convinced that, theoretically, the Esmeralda can win against this. But it looks like an engagement there. That's going to be this Blue Nova for the mobilization. Lecture Ambience to do some very nice damage in pure, no, not the Impure Rage. He is using the Lethal Ignition here. Wow, now that's interesting. He's not using the Impure Rage, and we are seeing Impure Rage only on Utah, though. That's interesting. For the Bond Damage Falling Star Moon already committed from Utah, that might be a good chance to use this one song, but you have to mobilize it first, and that's gonna be a golden opportunity that Nero will not take. Now I gotta respect this man. He is really preserving his ult. He knows that ult can be a double-edged sword for him. The man is preserving it, all right. Yeah, he's preserving it, but then we are seeing Utah generate a lot of shield. Divine Glaive already bought. I think you might need a Wishing Lantern here. Divine Glaive is good, but you might need that Wishing Lantern for that poke. Oh, already! That's it! And flicker out. Look at the amount of shield that Nero is generating. Good thing that Utah is not able to absorb that, because that is going to be just, problematic on his end, of course. And that's going to be the falling Star Moon now. Oh, flickers out. Nero, the man just does know how to get out of danger, of course. And now Utah now dealing a lot of damage here. This is not looking nice for him, and that's gonna be demobilized. The Blue Nova Falling Star Moon into the turret, and that cannot be good, Utah. What is going on? I know you want to kill Nero, but geez, you gotta chill, man. That might be a counterproductive move on your end. You don't want to push your advantage too much. But then Utah now really holding out, and of course Falling Star Moon again, but that's gonna be Swan Song, not used by Nero. But he's taking a lot of damage, though. The man is low on HP. Athena shield with the Radiance Armor, but Jesus, you can tell Utah really wants to survive Nero's Lakeshore Ambience and Swan Song. Now let's just see what he can do. That's going to be a big question. Now Falling Star Moon on the other side, but Utah, you can still take him, though. The minion waves, the turret does not reach that side, and I think it doesn't know that. But then let's see how it goes. Winter Crown already bought by Utah. Oh my goodness, Jesus Christ, the damage on the Swan Song and Nero again. Oh my god, yeah, okay. I think I gotta come out and say, guys, what the heck? How did Esmeralda lose this, guys? What am I watching? What am I watching, guys? What am I watching? How did Esmeralda lose this? How did Esmeralda lose this, man? Guys, you gotta tell me, what am I watching here, man? What am I watching? What? Oh man. Well, well, yeah, congrats to Utah. The man somehow made it work, of course. Yeah, he did win. Sorry, Nero, rather. Nero is the one that won the last game. So, yeah, congratulations to Nero. He did win the last game. And, yeah, Nero won the first one. And now this is the game 2. Let's see how this goes. Might want to ban the Esmeralda, though, because Esmeralda can be quite problematic. But, of course, excuse me, guys. Let me just take some water here. Okay. All right, so no Esmeralda banned, no Kimi banned, and both of them might get to use it. No Cyclops banned. Let's see how this goes, really. let's see how this goes. We are seeing some very interesting plays here. Both of them really taking their time to think before picking. Usually you'd have seen a pick by now from both sides, but now almost 10 seconds. Oh, Utah going for that Esmeralda again, and Nero going for a God might be a good decision here, because God's got true damage without Mystic Favor. So yeah, it's actually a pretty good option if you know what you are doing, of course. And you've got true damage on God, so yeah, that's gonna be it. But what do you guys think? God versus Esmeralda. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I think this is the first time God since we've started the Mages tournament. I think this is the first time God, guys. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, of course. One sec.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
Okay. I am seeing some comments here. Someone says the power of Odette. Yeah, that's Bambi, of course, man. Oh, Mystic Injunction with the Mystic Projectile from Nero. The man is dealing some very interesting damage there. But we are seeing, someone says, even if you have full magic defense, the proper mage items will off you. Yeah, let me just increase the fan speed a little bit here, guys. The device is starting to get a bit hot. So that's the Mystic Projectile. That's the thing about the god. He's just gonna keep, Nero is just gonna keep poking you until he finds the proper angle to use that Mystic Gush. But then, you know, God is pretty vulnerable when he's using the Mystic Gush. I think that's one thing that Utah will probably take advantage of. Now you are seeing Utah just trying to push the base here, and the man is going for it. All right. Someone says God S2 then ultimate is deadly. Yeah, just wait until he gets that Ice Queen wand. You will see what God can truly do. But now Utah, IQ, battle IQ and sensing him. Oh, the spider sense is tickling, and Nero, of course, is having that sense to stay away from danger, especially in the early game when he doesn't really, it's pretty vulnerable to Utah. But let's just take out the builds. Let's see what they are prioritizing here. Utah looks like he's building Oracle, and Nero can't tell what he's building yet. That's a generic half build there. Okay, so someone says my two favorite mages. Yeah, they are pretty good actually. Now he's taking some very interesting damage there. Very Mystic. Okay, Falling Star Moon early. We have seen Utah use his Falling Star Moon early though, so technically this is something that we ought to see. This is something we ought to. Okay. I like how this is going actually. Utah still pushing Mystic Gosh, but that's gonna be him tricked. Wow, my goodness, I gotta compliment the God Starlight skin. I like the skin. Wow, it looks beautiful. I should have bought it when I saw it. I don't know why did I not buy that skin. Damn, I should have bought that skin. Now I'm regretting. I had a chance to buy that skin, guys. I actually did not get it. Okay, so that's gonna be Utah, of course, poking him out, and what we haven't seen is not here because right now Utah is just keeping his distance, and Nero as well. Anti-heal already bought it. Of course, that's what you want to buy against the Esmeralda. You want to buy the anti-heal. Falling Star Moon. I am seeing some chats on this side, and someone is saying Utah is aggressive. Yeah, Utah is aggressive, but then Mystic Injunction with the Mystic Gosh, and that's a lot of damage being taken by Utah. Of course, you need to understand that the Mystic Favor deals true damage per 4 count of for instance of magic damage, and God takes advantage of that with the Mystic Gosh. So Utah needs to be very careful. All right, someone says well, she's an aggressive mage anyway. Yeah, I agree with you, Chukimiwi. I agree with you. All right, we are seeing Nero keep his distance here. I want to see how this goes really. I am seeing Ice Queen wand plus Wishing Lantern should change everything for Nero, honestly. But because Utah right now is just trying to just dive in and take some true damage, and that might not be a move. But look at the gold difference between the two of them. 900 gold difference. That's a lot of gold difference, guys. That's pretty huge because Utah is most of the time farming the minion waves first, and Nero just gets whatever minion that comes close to him. And now we are seeing him the Mystic Injunction to check the bushes. That's pretty wise. That's really wise actually. Nero is holding his line here, just really taking his time. But now Utah really doing some making some effort actually to clear those waves. But whoa, okay, that might have gone a good foe. Yeah, Utah, that is not wise. Yeah. I don't honestly at this point I don't even know what I don't know what to say again. I don't know what to say. I feel like Nero just knows when to bail out and when not to. And right now we are seeing the minion waves buying time for Utah. But then that's one in his favor. The god is just gonna keep giving him distance. If Nero takes it, then that's it. That's everything. We're calling the main event, and that's gonna be game 3. And Nero timing is something else, man. I'm gonna get some water, guys. One sec. Alright. Yeah. We are seeing some very interesting instances of damage being dealt here. Nero still keeping his distance and just waiting for Utah to get a bit wait, what? Wait, what has happened there? Did you guys see that? Is it just me, or is Utah actually trying to use the minion waves to end the game fast? Okay, Mystic Gosh, but then falling stamina, and that might be him taken down, but Nero somehow able to survive that. Wow. I wish I can reverse, man. I wish I can reverse this game. I wanted to show you guys something that happened there. And there's something that happened there that I wanted to show you guys, but unfortunately I can't reverse game. But yeah, Nero is just finding the right moment here. Let's get the build here. Okay. Oracle, okay, Enchanted Talisman, okay, Antenna Shield, but looks like something is happening here. Ooh, okay, taking a lot of damage. Nero will finally fall, and Utah finally gets that kill. But the minion waves are there to buy time for Nero to come back, and Utah doesn't have the damage to melt them on time. But no, the base will be the priority here. But Nero is back, and the Mystic Projectile is trying to melt down that minion waves. But can he? Is gonna be the big question here. The Mystic Injunction to try to melt down the base, but the base is almost taken down, and now Utah would have to settle for what's left of that HP there, as he will pull back, and Nero is saved. But to be fair, even if Nero still loses this round, he has a game 3, so they can go to a game 3. He won round 1, he will just go to a game 3. But we are seeing a Malefic Roar bought by Utah. Technically that's not a wrong build, because okay, Mystic Injunction with the Mystic Gush, technically we have Esmeralda does mixed damage, both physical and magic, so buying the Malefic Roar is not actually a bad thing. But Falling Star Moon inside the base, but that will be a flicker out, and of course Nero is quick to respond to that. Jeez, man. The man knows what he's doing. And the Mystic Injunction to melt down the minion waves. And that's the Falling Star Moon. Nero trying to keep his distance. Utah taking a lot of damage. And he just needs the Mystic Ghost to finish him off. But no can do. No can do for that situation there, man. No can do. Okay, so someone says I myself can't control the odds. He always moves anti-clockwise. Yeah, the art is pretty unstable. You actually need to focus to actually control it. But then it depends on your analog too as well, Sha. Your analog sensitivity. If it's too high, then it will be pretty messy for you. Oh, but Utah now, okay. The minion waves are cleared, and now Utah is okay. Falling Star Moon and the Mystic God. She is clearing the waves, prioritizing the waves as she should. And now Utah, Nero has cleared the waves. Now he would have to rely on there, unless Utah gets a bit desperate here. But the man is dealing damage. Let's go. I think Wishing Lantern has been bought already. Yes, Wishing Lantern has been bought with the Winter Crown. Now that's interesting. Nero wants to go for one of those outplays, those crazy outplays here. Oh, that's the Mystic Gosh, but Utah is able to flicker out of that situation there. That's one beauty of having a flicker on hand. I think he's waiting for him to take him down, so that we just just solo him and push with the minion waves. And I like the fact that Nero is starting to get a bit confident here. He's gonna have to be careful though. He's dealing a lot of damage. Oh, okay. MG, by the way, Ryo won the first match 2-0 against Pula, so we didn't actually get a game 3 on that one. Nero now is winning the first game. This is the second match, so it's 1-0 in favor of Nero, and Utah is and also the scores are tied in this round in this best of 3. Okay, now we are seeing Nero keeping his distance. This match is actually a long fight, man. That's an 8 minutes match, and the gold lead, of course, in favor of Utah, because he has been doing a lot of farming and getting the first hit at the minion. But look at the Mystic Gosh to melt down the minion waves, and now they are trying to push. He is trying to push. Utah is losing a lot of HP. That Wishing Lantern is starting to hurt. It's starting to hurt Utah, and Nero is taking advantage of it. But then he's gonna have to be very careful though, because now Utah is looking for a perfect chance. The Mystic Projectile with the Mystic Injunction dealing some very nice damage. There, look at the true damage coming out on the Gush. Every 4 instance of magic damage, a white number will show to deal true damage onto the minion, and that might just be the winning criteria for Utah to secure and is placed in the best of 8 of the Mages tournaments. But then Mystic Injunction really trying to melt down the incoming waves, but then that's Utah now trying to clear the waves as fast as he can. But of course, God can just keep spamming the Mystic Injunction and the Mystic Gush and just hold it right there and let the waves pressure the turret, as we are seeing half HP on the side of Utah. The man is losing a lot of HP, and this might be GG's. Nero is just pressurizing the man. Oh my goodness, I think this is it. This might be it. Yeah, this is it. This is it, guys. Nero takes the game 2-0 against Utah. And now, for the main event that you've all been waiting for, Sky Guy versus Kage. Ben Max, login is your time to shine. Let's see what you've cooked for us tonight. Okay, I need to click this, guys. Excuse me. Yeah, remove these two. Yeah, the game is done. Nero takes the game. Yep. Yeah, I need to remove Utah as well. All right, main event. All right, Kage is here. Yep, the main event. The main event that we've all been waiting for is here. Kage is already here. I thought Ben Max was going to sleep off. Nah, Kai, my plan did not work. Let's go. So we're waiting for Sky Guy to log in and join the lobby so that we can get straight into it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Utah wasn't so lucky with the Esme. I don't know why he picked the Esme the second time, but yeah, that game is gone. Nero won it 2-0. And now we move on to the main event. Let me drink my water very well, because this one I will shout for this one. Okay. Alright. Main event is here, guys. Main event is here. Okay, so someone says Sky Guy my goods. That's Bambi actually. Wow, glazing Sky Guy already. Someone says Kage win. Yeah, Kage is already. Why are they playing the game right now? Chiku maybe. Okay, someone says Kage go off. Wow. Yeah, this is the main event. Wow, Kage already buying the going with the Harriet. Harriet versus Eve. I think this is gonna be a problem here. I think this is definitely gonna be a problem for Sky Guy. Mechanic wise, Kage should have the advantage. But there's a big but. We have seen situations where mechanic wise you should win, but then we have seen situations where the one that should lose will win, and the one that should win will lose. It's a Yi versus a Harley rather. What do you guys think about this? A Harley revitalized. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I think Kage is actually relying on that space escape to just as his blink skill. But now, let's see them cook, man. Let's see them cook. Let's see how this goes. Someone says Nero caught my bet. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing Nero. We're not going to be seeing... Okay, that's going to be the Void Blast, of course. Kage taking a lot of damage. Kage, you cannot lose this match. Hey, Void Blast again. And Sky Guy really poking him out. That's going to be Kage losing a lot of HP. Kage! I know it was at stake in this match. Revitalize will come through, though. And Sky Guy is dealing some interesting damage without Void Blast there. I'm waiting for that cooldown. And of course, the minion waves, Sky Guy, Void Crystal, dealing some damage as well as the Void Blast again. Kage taking some basic attacks from Sky Guy and Void Blast again. Kage is losing a lot of HP. That revitalizes on that cooldown. And now Kage is really low. The man is very, very, very low. So he's going to have to keep his distance. And of course, gold advantage now to Sky Guy. The man is really doing a lot of damage. Okay. Might be first blood here. Sky Guy is poking out Kage. Might be first blood here. Kage might be first blood. But then let's see how it goes. Space Escape already used. And that. Oh my god! Timed it right! Sky Guy finds the first blood onto Kage. And the Space Escape is not even enough to save him. Damn. That is something. The Eve is absolutely meta right now. And now the base is what you should be pushing right now. Of course, that's going to be the Void Blast. And now, no ultimate yet. That's going to be one level difference with the real one manipulation. Kage able to get away. And that's him trying to clear the minion waves. But of course, Sky Guy will still try to poke him out with the Void Blast and the Void Crystal. There's some damage, but then doesn't have the deadly magic yet. Only the Space Escape. So Kage for now is still nerfed. As we will see the Revitalize popped out by him, trying to defend. And jeez, I don't even know what is going on. Because right now Sky Guy have the level advantage. He's got the gold advantage, 600 gold lead. And let's just look at the builds here. We are seeing a mana boot on Kage. At least he knows what boots to buy. Sky Guy as well with the tough boots. And switch to Sky Guy POV now. Let's just switch to that real quick. That's something else. Oh, Deadly Magic already committed, but Sky Guy is able to flicker away from it. And the poker trick not completed yet. Now the Void Blast poke will continue from Sky Guy. That's the Space Escape again, dealing some damage, considering energy Void Blast as well. But then Kage is losing a lot of HP, and now the minion waves will just give Sky Guy a chance to poke Kage out. The Void Blast able to dodge it with the Space Escape, but how much can he dodge is gonna be the big question here, as they will try to poke him out. That's going to be Kage taking a lot of magic damage there, and Sky Guy, he has that real world manipulation. He's holding out, and now the Void Crystal to clear the minion waves, and that's gonna be a poke again. Maybe reward manipulation, and yes it is, Kage will fall as Sky Guy finds the kill. And of course, the base might be it. This might be it for the base, but no, the base still has some HP here. So yeah, it's gonna have to forfeit that one. But that was close. Kage is losing. I don't like what I'm seeing here. Sky Guy now, he's got the deadly poker trick first. But then Space Escape to go back into the base. The minion waves are melted down, and that poke is still coming through. The base is still getting melted down. Sky Guy is still showing dominance. Void Crystal with the Space Escape to melt the base. Kage is fighting for everything he can, but that base is almost melted down. And now it looks like the deadly magic is not even enough to save Kage at this point. That Space Escape not even enough at this point. Void Crystal to melt the base. That's gonna be deadly magic, and Sky Guy with the Winter Crown now play. And Kage pulled out way too early from that one, as he will have to go for it. Now reward manipulation already, he has it here, and you can see the builds on both sides. We are seeing a Winter Crown on Sky Guy. We are seeing an enchanted talisman as well, and we are seeing a concentrated energy here. And of course, Sky Guy now, he has the HP, and I don't even know. No, Sky Guy hasn't won anything actually. Sky Guy hasn't even won anything. Sky Guy, this is the first game, Ukpai-sama. This is the first game. So right now, Sky Guy is leading 2-0. So he says, someone says Blakk making me laugh. Yeah, Deadly Magic, but then Space Escape to get away. Kage is playing it safe, alright. Yeah. Man is holding in line. Kage now being the one to zone up, but his base is almost melted down. Void Crystal, of course. That might be enough. Now that's the poke. Void Blast. The Void Crystal now to melt that minion waves before it even comes out. The rule manipulation is already available though. Now Kage is starting to find his confidence. The man is starting to find his confidence. The Deadly Magic now comes out. Of course, not able to use it. The base will save Sky Guy there. And the enchanted talisman already bought. That's the poke right there. Maybe a reward manipulation soon. But Sky Guy is holding out of it. That's the reward manipulation. And Kage doesn't have that again. Oh my god. The reward manipulation and the galactic power from Eve. She is the equilibrium, as she will find a 3-0 win for Sky Guy. 1-0 Kage, Ben Max. I don't know what is going on, but right now, me and Emmanuel will do the honors of dragging you in this first game. And Jesus Christ, I don't even know what is going on at this point. Kage, you need to find your rhythm. Man. What is going on? Round 1 done. I'm trying to start round 2. Okay, yeah, round 2 is here. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Sky Guy says Kage said he couldn't even win the tournament in his own main. I am not seeing a Yves ban from Kage. I am not seeing a Yves ban, but I am seeing a Harriet ban. I am seeing an Esmeralda ban. That's good. Okay, so someone says MJ says Kage lost before he started. Now wow. And Kage now going for the Yves. Wow. If it works for you, it works for me too, Abby. Yeah. Maybe a Cyclops. I love that skin, by the way. The way he's swimming in the water. Sky Guy going for Xavier here. You might be seeing Xavier versus Zask. Okay. Xavier versus Zask. Now that's interesting. That's definitely interesting. But this is too long ranged, my mages. What do you guys think would happen? What do you guys think? How do you think this will turn out? Someone says, where's Mibi? Okay. Stark says Zask. I'm also wondering myself how this is gonna turn out, guys. I'm also wondering. But let's see, let's see how it goes, guys. Let's see how it goes. But then we are seeing very interesting set of picks here. We've got the King of Castia, and we've got the Arbiter of Light, the member of the Forsaken Light, and also a former Arbiter of Light of the Holy Church of Light in Monian Empire. Sky Guy using the Xavier. That's the Infinite Extension, alright. Through the minion waves, and that's the Nightmaric Spawn, dealing some damage there. And someone says, Sky Guy's Glazer, she shut up. Yeah, Rico, chill, man. It's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep. Okay, guys, just give me a second. Let me just catch my breath. Alright, so Sky Guy right now has 1 win, and that's 2 stacks, of course. The Nightmaric Spawn is dealing a lot of damage there. Infinite Extension. And 2 stacks of Transcendence make that 1 and none. Xavier has a lot of damage, I agree with you, but then it's Kage. Zask has a lot of damage too. And then don't forget, thanks to the Dominator's Descent, Kage can actually turret dive. So Sky Guy needs to take that into account, that Kage might turret dive. But let's see how this goes. This is game 2. In case you're just joining us, Sky Guy won the first match. Infinite Extension, but the Mystic Field onto the minion waves. That might be an auto tap issue there. But the Nightmaric Spawn now onto the base, onto the turrets, and Kage is the one with the advantage now. But level 4 hit on both sides might be something. Maybe a Kage comeback here. Maybe a Kage comeback actually. We might see something like that here. I mean, he can't afford to disappoint his fans at this point. He can't. He just can't. But Sky Guy now, there's the Dawning Light. And of course the Revitalize already used by Kage. Battle spell, but Sky Guy now, okay, might be Dominator's Descent soon. There's gonna be the Hive clones onto the ground, but the minion waves are now approaching, and Sky Guy, oh, that is not a good move. That is not a good move. Sky Guy though able to recover as it flickers out into safety. Kage already using the Dominator's Descent, and now that's the Mystic Field, of course. Now the Nightmaric Spawn dealing some damage, Dawning Light in the wrong direction, and Infinite Extension onto the minion waves to preserve his Transcendence state. But how much more can he with those minion waves? That's gonna be the big question. Okay, someone says Sky Guy they farm aura. I don't know about that, man. But Kage is losing a lot of HP though. Oh, that is not a good thing to see. Kage is very low on HP now, and Sky Guy has seen him though. Oh, Dominator's Descent on the other end. I'm close to slow him down, and Sky Guy is toast, as he will be first blood, of course. Yeah, we also that coming, guys. We also that coming. But then Kage might be making a comeback here, but Sky Guy, the minion is able to buy him time as he will survive. Yeah, I think the Dominator's Descent is really giving him a lot of advantage here. So I think it's really giving a lot of advantage here. So yeah, I gotta come out and say it, and I have come out and say it. Sky Guy now doing some very interesting damage onto the minion waves. Man's gonna be patient though. Patience will be the key in situations like this. They have close on the minion with Dawning Light onto Kage though. The Revitalize is under cooldown, so it's gonna have to be very careful. But let's see what the builds are. Enchanted Talisman with the Lightning Crunchion. So, and then we ask, okay, there's an engagement here. Okay. We are seeing some very, very interesting movements here. Then Mystic Field is dealing a lot of damage, infinite extension as well. I'm seeing Sky Guy really trying to position that infinite extension, but Kage is taking a lot of damage. Kage, are you seeing your HP? Are you seeing it? Revitalize is not off cooldown, so he's gonna have to rely on that. But Sky Guy walking into that one, notice the center, the stun there with the hive clones, slow to it. But that's a defensive nightmaric spawn mobility from Kage as he will pull out now. Sky Guy, that is his chance. He knows the Dominator's descent. Oh, Mystic Field and Dunning Light as well. There is some damage infinite extension. Kage might fall, but that's to revitalize now to come to his rescue. Mystic Field again. Nightmaric spawn to keep him away. Sky Guy is pretty difficult to find the Zask when he's got Nightmaric Spawn protecting him and the Revitalize at the same time. But now Kage's got that Dominator descent. That's gonna be the stun there with the Hive close to slow Sky Guy down, and you need to move now. But Sky Guy will escape. What delayed Kage? Why did he not move that instance he stunned him with the Mind Eater? Why did he not move? The Hive close had already slowed him down. The Mind Eater had stunned him. Why did you hesitate? Damn, that 1 second hesitation, that was the major reason why Sky Guy did not die in that instant. Damn. Yeah, probably network, sure. Because that 1 second hesitation was everything, guys. It was everything. Okay, so Kage now, although he's still got a lot of HP, things are starting to look good for him though. He's only, oh, Dunning Light. Look at the damage on that Dunning Light. You can't let that touch you. More infinite extension as well. Nightmaric Spawn still protecting his king though. And the King of Castia sure has a lot of trick up his sleeves. It's a good thing they didn't actually include the Chrono Rift in Zask kit, because them including it would have been really, really problematic here. But then, oh, the Dominator's descent, and of course the Hive clones will not connect Nightmaric Spawn. That's what I talked about when I said the Zask can dominate. Ooh, Kage now infinite extension didn't love damage. Of course, Guardian Helmet already bought, and that's gonna be him low. One more infinite extension should do it and put him down. But Sky Guy, not having that Dunning Light to settle things, would have to settle for the clearing of the minion waves, and somehow Sky Guy is still, ooh, the Dunning Light will miss. Kage able to dodge it though, and we are seeing him now taking some decent amount of damage. Dominator's descent, now the Hive clone slowing him down. Now's the time to move as he will immobilize him again. Mind Eater second time, but somehow Sky Guy still survived. Dunning Light, oh my god, Kage showing mastery over Zask. Nightmaric Spawn to Sky Guy puts him down and ends the base. Sky Guy will lose out round 2, as now we go on to round 3. That is crazy, man. That is crazy. That is insane. Kage come back. The guy is showing them, he's showing mastery over the lanes. But now we move on to game 3, guys. Let's see what game 3 is gonna hold out for us, for both of them. I am impressed, but I want to see how this turns out, guys. Let me just play game 3. Let's settle this out once and for all. I am trying to final rematch, final round no more. The 15,000 era, everything is hanging on this, guys. Everything. Whatever Kage and Sky Guy have done up to this point, this is the match that will make everything solidify. 15,000 naira on the bag, on the line rather, for both of them. Whoever takes this round takes the money home. Incomplete credit alert, they will get it. So let's see. Drop your predictions, guys. Who do you think is going to take the match? Kage or Sky Guy? Christmas is coming early for either of them today, as they might get something. This is the power of esports, guys. Of course, shout out to Damio Arena for collaborating with ML Hub, and of course shout out to the ML Hub organizing team. Shout out to Stack, the sponsor of this match, for putting the prize pool and really hinging things and heightening things up in this match. Shout out to production as well. Shout out to myself, Black Panther, for casting the match. It's Harriet versus Xavier, and Kage might have a difficult time with the Harriet, because Kage is definitely gonna keep his distance there. But let's see how it goes. Absolute cinema. It's game 3. Harriet versus Xavier. What do you guys think? I'm gonna be engaging you guys while the game loads. All right. So let me see what someone says. Yeah, I don't even know why they banned the Kufra. Kufra is not a mage now. I don't know why they banned the Kufra. All right. So someone says here, I can see Jared in the chat. Wow, Jared is in the chat, guys. The production manager of Real Time Productions. Shout out to you, Jared. Welcome to the stream. I can see Kage. Say Kage must like revitalize a lot. Honestly, revitalize is like his saving grace. It's like his own saving grace. Okay, so someone says why is that the spam? Okay, yeah, I think that's everything here. But someone says Sky Guy cooked. Yeah, that he was cooked in that one. But then this is round 3 and the final round for both of them. Okay, let's get straight into it. That's the Chrono Dash, of course, Synchro Feature rather. Of course, we are saying, oh, Chrono Dash, Kage is going to be enthusiastic here, but the Mystic failed to immobilize him in place. And Sky Guy have lost a lot of HP, but revitalized the rescue, of course. And they feel that extension onto the base. We are seeing both of them. Oh, Chrono Dash again, but then Kage is losing a lot of HP. Infinite extension there to melt him down. Kage is gonna hold the line. That's the Mystic Field again. He doesn't have the Zaman Force. Sky Guy is pushing him. Kage is playing defensive. He's low on HP. Synchro Fusion with the Chrono Dash and Sky. Oh, Infinite Extension connected. Kage 1 HP left, and it might just be the Force Blood here. Sky Guy just need that ultimate to settle things here. He's farming the minion waves. He just need that ultimate. Kage is trying to get a farm. He might get the ultimate. Oh! A flicker with the Infinite Extension. The Mystic Field and the Sky Guy is back in town. Kage, oh my goodness. The range advantage on Sky Guy right now is one thing giving him a lot of advantage. We are seeing him now really trying to push the base. And no, the Zaman Force is still not available. Oh, finally, it is available for Kage. He's gonna have to be very careful though. Sky Guy doesn't have the flicker, so he's gonna have to be very, very careful with how he's timing things here. Because I feel like, oh, okay. The Kage now, Mystic Field doing some nice damage. And yeah, Emmanuel, Kage must win. If not, me and you will drag him together. No worry, I'll join you in this one. I'll support you with my full chest. Okay, now Kage, doing some very interesting damage here. It's 1-0 in favor of Sky Guy, and Kage is holding it. Like, two of them just camping. Kage camping. See Divine Light. You see? That's a very nice reveal there from Sky Guy. Of course, Transcendent State is gonna trigger in thanks to him using his skills on the minion waves. And of course on Kage, Synchro Fusion. It looks like Kage is building something here. Let's look at what it builds right now. We are seeing, is that an endless battle build? I know that's an enhanced basic attack build there. That's an Azure Blade. If I'm not, yeah, that's an Azure Blade, if I'm not mistaken. That's an enchanted talisman. And on the side of Sky Guy for those cooldown reduction, especially for, I mean, the stage 2 of the Transcendence provides cooldown reduction. But then if you've got the enchanted talisman, that's also a mana increase. And also you get extra lower cooldowns. That's Divine Light now. Really poking out Kage. We are seeing a range advantage here in terms of Sky Guy, and Kage just trying to keep up. But the thing, you don't have the flicker, so you only have the revitalize. So it's gonna be a situation here where you have to look for the opening. And Kage, man, that is just something I just don't know, man. Kage should have just stuck with his ask. I feel like he should have just stuck with his ask. If he works, he works. But then we are seeing a Mystic Field now. That's gonna be him trying to make him move there. But the big question is, can he make that move? As then Kage now, not really holding in line on both ends, but what can he do? It's gonna be the big question. And Divine Light still poking man, dealing a lot of damage to him now. Sky Guy looking for a chance. Ew, Mystic Field dealing even more damage to the man as he will try to preserve his transcendent state. Of course, that's what Xavier can do, as he will dodge that one out. Saving now Divine Light, and he's losing a lot of HP. Kage now forced to play defensive. Sky Guy looking for a chance, trying to push the base. Yeah, almost done, as the Pure Rage will come through. And now maybe you're looking for a chance, but the Infinite Extension with the Mystic Field, Kage is low on HP. Sky Guy just needs time. He just needs to preserve the Transcendent States. Divine Light will miss, but he's got that maximum transcendent now. Kage forced to play it safe in the back, as Sky Guy will preserve his Transcendent States now. Kage revitalized the rescue. He will not try to keep his distance here. He's got the Transcendent State. He's trying to make it work. Zaman Force comes out, but Sky Guy is keeping his distance here. Divine Light will miss, and no can do. Sky Guy flickers out, but no! Kage! He makes his move again, and he will take Sky Guy down. And yeah, Sky Guy pretty much pushed that one there. He pushed it down. But then Sky Guy is back, so Kage needs to go back, because Sky Guy is going to keep poking him again. And man, these guys are really fighting hard here. We are seeing the shields finally come through for him. Sky Guy needs to make sure he clears those waves, because you don't want those waves to come through for you. And yeah, the waves have been cleared and we're back to square one, guys. Only that in favor of Sky Guy because he has melted the base of Kage almost to an end. And unfortunately, this is not classic or ranked where your base heals. Here, your base does not heal. So Kage and Sky Guy, we are seeing two players here. Oh, okay, jumps in now with the Chrono Dash and the Synchro Fusion. Kage is having range issues. There's a lot of range issues he's having here. And now we are seeing the Mystic Field with the Infinite Extension. Sky Guy, okay. Now the minion waves are approaching in his favor. And Sky Guy is keeping his distance though. He's waiting for that flicker. He wants to play it safe because you don't want to overextend with the Harriet. You need to have that flicker before you can overextend. We saw Polar do well with the Xavier. Now we are seeing Sky Guy do well with the Xavier. It looks like the Xavier might be a meta pick in this situation, but if it doesn't clear these minion waves, it might cause some problems here for him because right now Kage is just gonna take advantage of it. And I think he's waiting for that flicker. Yeah. Sky Guy is waiting for the flicker so that he can start coming out again. Because if he plays like this, long run, Kage is gonna win. Kage is gonna melt his base. So that flicker is the only thing holding him down. But then he's got 19 seconds for that flicker to go off cooldown. And for now, he's gonna have to wait. And of course, Kage diving out, he's checking the bushes with the Divine Light. It's gonna be a good move there. But at what cost? Now Synchro Fusion will miss. And the Antenna Shield passive popped already. Now, Sky Guy dealing some nice damage, but Kage as well responding well, and that's Kage now losing a lot of HP thanks to that Wishing Lantern. He is dealing some very interesting damage, but that flicker is available now. Of course, Sky Guy can start coming out now that the flicker is available. But then we are seeing the Mystic Field with the Divine Light, and gotta send Kage packing. But the Blood Wings and the Revitalize will come through for the man. He is generating a lot of shield, and it looks like Kage might not lose this one. But then let's not speak too soon. He will be able to clear the waves, but HP wise, Sky Guy is not having a nice time. But he will be able to regenerate what HP he has lost though. And that's the benefit of the Xavier. Man, I am waiting for the time when this will end because both of them are actually just going back and forth with this. Mind you, if you're just joining us, it's the final match. Okay, what are you doing? Sky Guy, you can't afford to go AFK in times like this. But he is low on HP though. And Kage might take advantage of this and push things. And yeah, Kage is gonna have to make it work. 15,000 naira in the back. He's gonna have to make it work. Enhanced basic attack is working out. The base is almost down. The base is down. And Kage, he will make it work and win it out to the 2-1 outcome. Kage preserves his title, preserves his name, and preserves his reputation as he wins 15,000 naira tonight in a best of 3 outcome. Kage is the man tonight as the sky will fall and Kage, the shadow will rise back again. Truly, he is atomic in situations like this. Man, the guy is crazy, man. Kage, not bad. The man actually survived. Okay. Kage cooked. Okay, saved. All right, guys, that's going to be everything for tonight. That's gonna be everything for tonight, guys. Kage, nice game. You have just saved yourself the dragging that me and Emmanuel will do for you tonight, but nice game, impressive game, honestly. Using the basic attacks there from the Chrono Dash, impressive. But yeah, GG's, guys. Impressive game from both of them. Sky Guy tried as well. Gotta compliment the guy as well. But that's gonna be everything from me to you tonight. Tomorrow is gonna round things up for the MAGE 1v1 tournament, and that's gonna be everything, guys. But from me to you for tonight. Tomorrow rank resets, and of course everybody's gonna go back to a peak, you know, the usual. But then good luck in your ranking up, guys, and I will be seeing you tomorrow. Cheers.